why did I start drinking soda water? Well, last year I decided that it was time. It was time for Austin to hit his prime. And I wanted to get in shape. I was about 40 pounds overweight. I was one of those guys that was like out of shape, but always kind of felt like they were in shape and wore clothes like they were in shape, a little belly hanging out, but just kind of still thinking they look beast mode. I realized that, and I was like, all right, I want to actually get in shape. So I created a plan to start working out like crazy, a slight plan to change my diet, and we'll talk about that. And I was going to start limiting the drinking a bit. So right before I really got to implement that, I tore my Achilles. And that completely just wiped out what my exercise plan was going to be. So I had to make a choice. And I was like, man, do I want to try to do this still, or do I want to wait for my Achilles to heal and then try this? The quitting option was very tempting, but I did not go through with that one. I decided to push forward. But I knew I was going to have to make some additional changes if I wasn't going to be able to be working out if I wanted to start cutting weight. So one of those things was alcohol. I was like, I've got to cut down the amount of alcohol that I'm drinking. I was probably drinking on a daily basis. You know, when you get home, relax, kick off your shoes, pour yourself something a little bubbly, and just kind of start sipping and chilling. That was me. And I knew that I was getting a lot of calories that way, and I had to start cutting those out. So I started thinking of like, dang, how can I start drinking less? So I had to start thinking of, why am I drinking? And what I slowly started to realize was I had built a habit that was tied to relaxing. So in my head, it was, Austin, if you're going to relax, you need to be sipping on something. And that was the key that I realized was, it was just sipping on something for me. That was the habit I built. Like if I'm chilling, whether it's in a group setting or just chilling at home, I have the habit of wanting to sip on something while I'm chilling. But it doesn't have to be alcohol, which I soon realized. So I was like, man, what if I try to experiment and not drink alcohol? If I drink something else? So I was like, man, what kind of simulates, an alcoholic beverage? I gravitated towards soda. Now, obviously, it can't be like soda like Sprite, Coke, anything like that, because that defeats the purpose of the calories that you're trying to eliminate. But those are probably still better in a sense than drinking alcohol, and I'll talk about why in just a second. So I was like, let me try soda water. I'll try that. So instead of every time I was going to go relax or chill in a group setting or personal setting, instead of grabbing an alcoholic beverage, I would grab a soda water. And then I quickly realized, like, man, I feel good. Like I feel like I'm still in a relaxed state. I'm hanging out. Now, of course, once you start getting around your buddies and it's, hey, what are we drinking tonight, guys? And I'm like, soda water. They're like, dude, come on. I'm trying to actually have a good time. But they quickly got over that because they realized I'm still me, sober or not. All right. So then I was able to easily make that switch. And I just transitioned and said, all right, from now on, anytime I'm out and relaxing, I'm going to be drinking soda water instead of alcohol. And I started noticing some things almost immediately. One being my check. My check was a lot lower when I went out. Sometimes I'd get my bill and I'm like, $25, this is what? And then I'm like, oh wait, there's no alcohol on here. I was used to spending like 60 to 80 to $100 by myself because of all the alcohol you drink at the same time. That was a good immediate, I guess, change. And then I started realizing how much easier it was. And this is the important part. And it goes back to the soda, like Coca-Cola and all that kind of stuff that I was talking about. When you're drinking alcohol, not only are you drinking the calories, the additional calories from the alcohol, but you're also losing your judgment, right? We all learned that in, 6th grade or something? Your judgment starts to go down. So as your judgment goes down, the probability that you're going to make healthy decisions or good decisions also goes down with it, right? So if you're at the bar and you're drinking alcohol and it's time to order food, you are a lot less likely to order something healthy if you've been drinking than if you haven't been, right? So that's why I said even like some Coca-Cola or something would probably still be a better switch than alcohol, because if you're drinking Coca-Cola, yes, you're getting those additional calories, which isn't good, but you're not intoxicated, which will lead to making a poor food choice. So those two things, man, between the calories in the drink itself and then the bad food choices that you make when you're drinking, those things kill you. And I was able to cut out alcohol, and I saw it made some major changes for me. I cut out alcohol for about 5 months, I think, straight, had not a lick of alcohol. And then towards the beginning of this year, I started introducing it back into my life and finding a much better balance than every day. So now I'm no alcohol during the week. Friday night and Saturday I can drink. Sunday I don't typically drink. My body feels better all the way around. So I just wanted to share that. Give it a shot if you're attempting to cut down. I'm telling you, cutting down your alcohol consumption will make a big difference on the speed in which you want to cut to the weight you want to cut to. So yeah, that's all I got. Let me know how it goes. See you next time. I'm feeling these vibes, 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 vibes. I'm feeling these vibes.